If it's just add water, you will get up from the table.
I am out. I'm not eating that.
Girl, so if it's a just add water pancake, you got to pick up you got to go.
Have you tasted the difference between the just add
yes,
water?
ma'am. But I mean, you are like insulted.
I'm not eating that. I'm not gonna be insulted.
I'm not gonna eat that.
But I'm just not gonna eat.
I'm not touching that.
I'm not eating that.
You know, I love that you have standards around your breakfast food.
I'm not eating.
You have very clear standards.
Right? Why? Because that's chemicals. What am I eating?
That is just water.
When you just
what's this foolishness?
You got a pancake mix and that little box, that little bottle where you just pour the water up to the line and then shake it.
And that's it.
Fuck out of here. I'm definitely not.
What is that bullshit?
What is that? I'm not eating that.
I ain't mad at all.
Oh my gosh!
Don't touch it.
Don't touch any of that. All right. So you wanna? What you good to go?
I'm good to go. We are literally on the same page about everything.
Okay. Ready? Here we go.
Let's do it.
This is Brunch, Blaze, and Babble,
where we eat, elevate, and talk about
media trends from the past,
the present,
and the future
from a Black perspective.
I'm your host, Roger Turner.
And I'm your host, Alexis Bertrand.
So sit back,
spark up,
and let's get into it. Hey, Alexis.
Hey, Roger, baby. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's summer. Like I said, summer, and we are into July.
Summertime.
Ooh, summertime. That song will never.
Here it is.
Goose shot the transform.
Did you hear the backstory on that?
No, what was the backstory?
That he had finished recording the album and wasn't going to record that song, and had gotten on the plane. And then someone sent him the track. He flew back to the studio to do that last song. And he was like hoarse, had no voice left, had nothing to be able to record. And they were like, how are you going to do it? He was like, somebody was just like, just channel that Rakim energy and try to sound like Rakim.
Oh, I see that now.
And that's how
he got a little LL in there too.
He was
like, here it is.
He literally was trying to sound like Rakim,
and it worked.
And it worked. And it's one of his biggest hits.
Like, how is it not? I know other ones have been like won awards, but like Summertime.
Summertime was his biggest hit because he tried to like.
And that was such a good sample of Ron Ayer's. Was that Sunshine? Everybody likes this. Everybody loves the sunshine.
I think it's Sunshine.
It's so good,
but it was good. But anyway,
okay.
How was your brunch?
Oh my God, brunch was so good. You know what? I said this, but it's summertime, so I've added watermelon to my fruit salad because when I'm in mixed company, I refuse to touch watermelon.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with the company.
For me, it is, because if you say something crazy, I'm going to smack shit out you because I like my watermelon.
You had a good old watermelon.
I had a good time, but I had like my fruit salad with the good on everything, and then I had the side thing of watermelon because it's summertime, and I just enjoy it. It was just refreshing.
So good.
It was so good. What about you? What'd you do for brunch?
Well, there's a new smoothie spot, a new juice bar.
Talk to me now.
House, and I stopped to go get another one of, this is the second time I've had a smoothie from them, but I had this thing called a Go Green smoothie. It had like spinach, some celery, cucumber, but some apple, some banana, which I don't usually like banana, but it was delicious.
When mixed right, I actually could do
some oat milk. It was a nice little smoothie. But the funny thing is, like, I had to ask them how they pronounce the name of their establishment.
All
right, so listen. All right, I'm gonna spell it out for you. So it's spelled J-U-I space B-I-T-E. What's that pronounced to you?
Jubite?
That's how I pronounced it.
Girl, where we going?
I was like, I read it and I was like,
no, man. What, ma'am? Help me.
Is that what really how you want to pronounce that? And that's what I'm reading every time I see the sign. So mom went inside and I was like, how do you pronounce the name of this place? And the lady at the front desk was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you ask him.
Oh.
So the guy that's like actually doing the juices, and he was like, Joe Bite. And I was like, all right, I don't know what language that is, but okay, Joe Bite.
Okay, Joe Bite. That's what we gonna say today.
He was like, "It's your bite."
Have mercy. That's
And
what we
I
gonna
was
say
like,
today.
Is that Portuguese? I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna let it rock. But it
No,
was a
let
good
it rock.
smoothie though.
But it was a delicious smoothie.
And I love that the fact that you talk about smoothies because I feel like some folks don't know, like black people, we get down for a good smoothie.
Oh, listen,
It's a jam for us.
The only reason I'm going to this place because the other smoothie place is too far. It's like past where I need to go to get on the train.
No, that's not cool.
But
That's not
that
cute.
black-owned place, if I have to go further down, like that road, I would go in there every time because they got banging.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I think I even get a little particular with mine. Like if it's black owned, definitely gonna check it out. But if it's like black owned Caribbean,
okay,
I'm definitely going in. Or like black owned African, like I'm gonna have to check you out for real. They know they fruits.
If it's a halal juice bar,
bam,
I'm in there.
Bam, right there. They know they don't play
because they know their vegetables
and they know they blends.
Okay,
they put all types of shit in there. You be like, what? That don't taste good. You taste one little sample. You be like, well, okay, now,
okay, because they know how to blend a ginger.
Yeah, right.
They know.
You have never lied. When I lived in Queens all them years, the halal know how to blend a ginger and then like a mean onion, and you don't even taste none of it. You be like, what is this?
They be like, what is this? It was like little
Trade
ginger,
secret.
little carrot.
Right. Like okay. So yeah, deep cut.
All right, scale of 1 to 10. How high are you?
So if I'm being honest, it's like 7.8. 7.8, 7.7. It's feeling good. I'm feeling really, good.
I'm at a flat 7.
Okay, a nice, sensible 7.
Yeah, because we recorded a little earlier today, and I
y'all,
got
this
shit to
is
do
early.
later.
I cannot be out here.
I could not be in this street rolling
just
around.
hot,
Okay.
just hot and high.
Hot and hot. You want to tell the people what we're talking about today?
Yes, let me tell y'all what we're talking about today. So it happens almost every year. We get around from Juneteenth until now. I think when this episode, we're recording, we're really close to Independence Day. So really, I think we've been talking about this a lot too, like freedom and this idea of independence. And lately I've been thinking about what that means. Y'all, we see what's going on in this world. This goddamn government of ours is a hot ass mess. And it's just got me thinking about just how we've dealt with, and I say we as a black community, as a queer community even, right? Because it was just Pride Month, how parts of my identity, those communities have dealt with freedom, what it looks like to them. And I think where I'm at with this is it's so important. I think when you and I talk, we talk a lot about what we really want to bring to this platform and how important it is that we kind of highlight certain things in the midst of what we're dealing with. So we've really been thinking about, in honor of all that I just said, I've been thinking about films about freedom or films on freedom and being really, really clear what we mean when we say freedom. So I know we're going to talk about this later, but really freedom isn't just about persevering through a struggle. That is true. But I'm thinking about joy. I'm thinking about specifically Black joy, Black and brown joy, Black and brown rest, Black and brown rejuvenation, anything that kind of pushes against an oppressive system to feel so people can feel comfortable to show up. Not even comfortable. They just gonna show up the way they're gonna show up regardless of what's coming at them.
That part.
All of that. And so I think what we've dedicated this episode to talking about some of our favorite feature films on freedom. So this episode is called Films on Freedom.
All right, Films on Freedom.
Films on Freedom. Because we going to be free.
We going to be free.
Period. I don't give a damn. Look, they can pass whatever legislation you want. You kind of ban whatever book you want to do.
You could do.
Because silence whatever you think you're going to take down, whatever statue you won't take down.
Because guess what? We've been here before.
What?
We've been here before.
This shit is so not new.
Okay, and have conquered before. All of this.
All the while being the tastemakers, being the culture shifters, as we are pushing for freedom.
You can go ahead and whiten up American culture if you want to, because what you're going to end up doing is coming right on back to us eventually.
Because you're going to get bored.
Because you're going to be like,
this is boring.
This is boring.
How many seasons of Sex and the City you going to give me?
Every younger generation is going to be like, I don't want this.
And the younger they are, even though we have the young Republicans and all of this, whatever, but just being in education and working with younger people, they kind of tired of our shit.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all ain't figured this out by now. Why the fuck do I care if my friend has a different identity. Okay, they want to use this
Because
pronoun. I don't give a shit.
Because
That's
you know
my
what?
friend.
Because you know what they're worried about? The world is burning, honey. They were like,
They're like, y'all see this is on fire, right?
The earth is on fire. Are you all gonna leave us something?
Right.
Because
it's 1 billion degrees everywhere.
I want to be able to drink water in the future.
I just want to be able to step outside
How about that?
in the sunshine.
All right.
Okay,
So
you got it.
I think it's time for us to
Pull back the curtain. I know you got something
All
interesting
right,
for
so
us.
what I did was I wanted to do a search on Independence Day themed films, specifically United States Independence Day themed films.
Oh God!
There's
Because
a
I
search.
instantly got like a big, like American flag. Oh God!
There's
in my
a
head.
search. There's a search, and Wikipedia has pulled from everyone else's searches in a combination of a bunch of different lists, has pulled together 62 films.
62 films around Independence Day, 4th of July themed.
Independence Day themed.
Okay,
films.
Independence Day themed films. Got it.
Okay.
62.
So I went through 62. I definitely have seen most of these movies that were made after 1980.
Wait a minute. Most of these were made after
No,
19?
I've seen most of the films on this list that were made after 1980. There were a few that I have not
That
seen.
were like pre-1980.
That were pre-1980.
Okay, gotcha.
Like there's a film called 1776 that was made in 1972 that I had never seen.
Oh.
That I had never seen, but I'm not going to.
Have no interest.
I
don't give a
looked
shit
at
about
that
that.
trailer and I saw this plot and I was like, girl, absolutely not. I don't give a fuck. So there's literally, of all of these films that I looked at that are of the 62, and I ran through them, there are two of them in this film. 3 of them I'm not going to count because they are the same franchise.
Okay.
But of the 2, of the 62, only 2 of them actually star a person of color.
Have mercy. Wait a minute. Wait. You said a person of color. Have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wait a minute. I'm going to ask a question. Damn, because I'm mad right now. Okay, so out of these 62 films, only 2 of them star a person of color.
Mm-hmm.
Couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of these films you talking about, does it star a black man?
Yeah, absolutely. You know which one of them is. And it's a combination of 3 because they're all the same franchise, so I can't count them.
No, I was thinking about,
Yeah, Independence Day has 3 films.
they all on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Roger, go to hell. You lied to me. Stop lying to me right now.
I'm counting those 3.
Roger, go on now. Get off this microphone.
I'm counting those 3 Independence Day films as
they in the 62?
And they're in the 62, but I'm counting them as one. Those 3 sections as one. Those 1, 2, 3.
No, you're right.
Because
but they're counting them as 3 separate films. That's some garbage. She was only in one of them.
Mm-hmm. And the other 2 are supposed to be a black man that's supposed to be his child. So I'm not counting those. So the other one is a whole nother movie.
If you say some shit like bend it like Beckham, I'm getting my bag and I'm leaving.
It's not. It's not. Have you ever heard a movie called SWAT Under Siege?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute. That has
Michael Jai White.
I'm so done. I'm so finished.
Yeah.
What? That's it?
Yeah, nobody saw that.
Like
SWAT Under Siege with Michael Jai White.
You know, this goes,
and Michael Jai White is not even the star.
No,
it's an ensemble piece. He is one of 4 stars.
Isn't that like Steven Seagal? Not Steven Seagal.
It's Sam Yeager, Adrian Palicki, Michael Jai White.
Yeah, I'm tired. I got it, girl. We tired.
Yeah, you know her.
Are you serious?
Yeah. The rest of them, there is some trash on here. One of them that does not have a black star is on my list of top 10 movies because I actually love this movie.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I like that.
I actually love this movie. I forgot that it is a Independence Day themed movie, but I love this movie. But I'll tell you about it later. But
you know, I think what's interesting is that looking up Independence Day themed movies, and it made me think about what patriotism looks like. Because we're talking specifically around like Independence Day, around our nation, that whole, just being I don't want to say a nationalist in the sense of just like pure definition, love of country.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's interesting how folks have conflated a lot of like when they think about patriotism, they don't think about Black and brown or indigenous people. Like some of those stories don't speak to that.
Because patriotism is love of country. That's what the definition of patriotism is. But you can't love a thing without critiquing it. So what a lot of Americans understand patriotism to be is really nationalism. They're not really
That's
thinking.
what I'm saying. Yes.
They're not really.
Yes, it's very the conflation of that.
A lot of people in our country confuse nationalism with patriotism. And they're not the same thing.
And real talk, this is why I think a lot of that specific part of the Marvel audience has a problem with Anthony Mackie playing Captain America, or the whole idea that this character Sam Wilson is this black man who's carrying, because to see a black man carry, and I'm like on a lot of sides, that's right, because I'm not saying this is just indicative. That conflation you brought up is indicative of just white people. I think it's indicative definitely of us as well.
Yeah,
it's like we can't love this place that has hurt us, and I'm not saying like everybody deals with their own. I think if everybody took a deep look at the country that they live in, there is some shit.
There's some shit. Like,
period.
You can, but you know what? Some countries do it well.
Some countries do it well.
They understood. Well, used to do it well. This new global wave of conservatism is not just happening in America.
No, it's trash. It's globally, and it's trash.
But anyway, a lot of so I'm gonna name some of these films so people understand. Like we're not naming these films. These aren't films that are on our list.
No, okay.
I'm pretty sure these are films that are not on our list.
Go for it. I guarantee you. Now remember, y'all, we ain't shared our entries,
list, but I'm pretty sure these are not on our list. But there are movies. A lot of these movies are one of three categories. They are patriotic, or what we consider nationalism, not really patriotic. They are Independence Day themed, meaning they are centered around the time period of 4th of July. They're a holiday movie.
Gotcha.
And the third is they just straight up nationalist propaganda.
Damn. Just they didn't even try to hide it. Just put it right out there.
So there is they run from Born on the 4th of July. We're not doing this.
Oh God.
I'm not.
No,
but
that's that Tom Cruise one, ain't it?
That's that Tom Cruise.
No,
not doing
not doing
that.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing no Born on the 4th of July. We damn sure ain't doing no 1776.
Absolutely not. I watched that shit in school. Nope.
No, we're not doing none
of
that.
That was a mess.
I mean, Independence Day might be on one of our lists, but
they didn't make mine.
Okay, good. Because if you haven't seen Independence Day, I don't know what you
I get it, but
it's not what we talk. Let's see. I thought this was actually pretty funny, and I've never seen this movie, but I thought it was hilarious. It's called Uncle Sam. Have you ever heard of this movie?
I'm giving you straight side eye. What the hell are we talking about, Uncle Sam? I don't know if I want to see
There's a movie called Uncle Sam from 1996 that is a slasher movie.
Okay, now wait a minute.
It's a black comedy slasher movie about basically in Kuwait, a military unit uncovers an American helicopter that was a drone, and it's a zombie movie.
Oh.
It's an Uncle Sam themed zombie.
Well, you kind of got my attention because I do love a good horror film.
I'm not doing
it. You know, but thank you.
You go ahead.
Let me write that one down.
Did you know Lady and the Tramp 2 was Independence Day themed movie?
Why you be on here just saying shit?
First of all, I didn't even know there was a Lady and the Tramp 2.
I didn't know there was a sequel to that. And oh my God. So two dogs, they still in love?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I didn't know it was a great Independence Day movie. It's trash.
Return of the Living Dead
Huh?
is a 4th of July themed movie.
What is wrong with these people? Is everybody just doing bumps? What are we doing?
Jaws is a 4th of July themed
Because it
movie.
happened on the 4th of July. They was out there on the beach and everybody was trying to celebrate and then
It
the
was
sharks came
literally
and
4th of July, yeah. Live Free or Die Hard.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I actually like that one.
That is
I
a
actually
4th
like
of-
that. That's not on my list, but I love a
But
good
it's not
Die
on my
Hard.
list, but we're not doing that.
We're not doing
Um,
we're not doing that.
The Music Man.
What?
Yeah.
The Music Man?
It's on the 4th of July.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready to go. Can we just shut the microphone
and the
off?
last one, even though listen, we are both comic book folks, but we're not doing this movie. It's not on our list.
What?
Wonder Woman 1984.
This whole list needs to go straight in the trash. You pick the shit Wonder Woman movie,
But
you're not gonna play in my
but that's
face.
basically
You're not gonna Wikipedia not gonna play in my face like
but
that.
it is a 4th of July themed movie.
You're not gonna kiss
It
my
is.
entire. I can't. You're not gonna play in my face like
It's
this.
an Independence Day film.
That is so.
themed movie.
This whole
Yeah.
list is who
Yeah.
wrote this? I want to talk to a manager,
But
because that whole list is trash.
all they did was collect movies that identify themselves.
They recycle it
as an Independence
But they
Day
would need
film.
recycle that. Collect and recycle. Collect and recycle. Because you want your money back. Because that's a mess.
Yes,
I want my time back for that
all
dumbass
that
list.
So, so we won't be naming those films that
No.
are classically under
No.
an Independence Day themed film.
No.
So now that you're set up, let's get into it.
Okay, so we ain't doing none of that. So all our choices really encompass this idea of freedom. Remember, keeping freedom of rest, joy, rejuvenation, bucking against the system, something that lets you, when you watch this film, you walk away with a sense of freedom.
Right.
Being free, feeling free, all of that good stuff. So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm looking real quick. Okay, so this is the only one on my list. I'm gonna start at 10. It's the only one on my list that goes against your rule.
What?
Of white woman living her best life.
Oh God.
But I think you might like this one. Because to me, this is a white woman living her best life.
We'll see.
And I'm talking about Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm like, I love a good revenge trip. And when I finished watching this film, films rather, bucking this woman, Miss Beatrix Kiddo, is coming against her male, misogynistic, patriarchal, just ass of a baby daddy.
Okay.
And she comes and
I'll
she
take
literally
it.
tears through the world.
I'll take that. So my list was what I think of as freedom-themed movies or movies that have to do with liberation.
Come on, liberation. Well, that's
Okay.
not liberation.
Okay.
So come on, liberate me.
Is also a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Oh.
It's literally my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
Oh, I didn't know this too. Double ooh.
Django.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Say less, sis. That movie right there, 8.
Listen, it's literally my favorite Kerry Washington performance. Because Kerry
I see that.
Washington didn't have but a handful of lines.
And stole everything she was in.
Barely talked in this movie, but it was an incredible performance. Okay.
Everybody 8.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody 8.
Yeah.
And which is wild to me because I'm like, when we think of Jamie Foxx, of course we think of Ray. But I'm like, we don't think of Django Unchained?
Well, I think that Django, people have mixed feelings. Either they really love it or they really hated it. The fact that it's a white filmmaker that has a movie that uses the N-word over and over and over again. And I was like, it's appropriate use, though. It was what they were saying.
I feel like, did he talk to somebody? Because I'm like, he must have consulted somebody because he used it all right.
I was like, the time period, hello? Sam Jackson was in this movie.
Yeah, so he was like, let me talk to you, Quentin. Put this one here. You put this one. Don't take that one out. Put this one over here.
Could not wait to do this movie. Sam loved being in this movie, okay? Sam Jackson was like, let me show you some folks that I feel like...
He loved doing some gruff-ass characters. He's like, I'm here for the bullshit.
Some wild characters. Do you remember his press tour for that movie?
No, what happened?
You go press tour for that movie. White journalists loved asking him about, how did you feel about the use of the N-word in this movie?
Vaguely, yeah, keep going.
Sam would be like, what N-word? Which one? Not, never, No. We used a lot of N-words in that movie. Which one are you talking about? He was like, well, you know the N-word. I'm not going to say it. He was like, well, say it. He was like, nah, I'm not going to say it. If you're not going to say it, then we're not going to talk about it.
I love Sam.
No.
I love Sam. Like, goddamn. He's like,
and,
stop playing with me.
And they'd be like, next topic.
He's like, go play in somebody else's face.
I
want to go back and
he shut that down so much.
I want to go back and look that up.
Go back and look at those interviews. But
we need to protect Samuel L. Jackson. I love that man.
Okay, what you got?
Okay, so my next interpretation of freedom, I went with, I'm so sorry it took me so long to watch this damn movie, but I've watched it 3 times now. One of Them Days. Like, yo.
Yes, honey.
At the end of this film.
I love that.
The joy I had. First of all, every time I watched it, SZA, she just got better to me.
Oh my God. I want to see SZA in more comedies.
Like, I kind of want to see her in more shit.
I want to see her in more things.
And kind of Kiki, though.
Kiki's hilarious.
She kind of put this.
She's been doing
She
this.
kind of put, yes, but like, I don't know when's the last time we saw her lead like this.
Nope.
Actually, because I did enjoy Nope too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, this bag she's in right now, this era that she's in right now, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
And the movie was digestible each time. If I was like watching network television and like it came on, I think I would just stop and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely much a black woman struggle. But I think there's something about comedy, about approaching the struggle through a humorous lens that allows us to digest it. I didn't feel desensitized, but I also felt like they weren't just sugarcoating shit or shying away from stuff or just using.
Well, a black woman wrote the script.
Right. So there you have it.
It's part of why we enjoy this is because it's actually the voice of a black woman.
Yeah, and the minute we just look dumb at some of the shit that they think was like, it's so great.
Hilarious.
It's so great. So One of Them Days that's my number 9.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I got these hard ass black movies.
Come on, I like that, but see, we're gonna balance each other out. Keep going.
I am Malcolm X. Malcolm X. I love Malcolm X. I love this film. It's literally my favorite Spike Lee film.
Oh no, see, we're gonna have to fight. I don't know.
Yeah, Malcolm X is my favorite because
I can't. I mean, Do the Right Thing will always be number 1 for me. But like, I give you that.
It's such a well-crafted biopic. It's of biopics. Like, it's such a well-crafted movie
on that scale. And like, we had never seen another.
And Denzel gives an incredible performance.
It's the standard. It's a gold standard.
It's a great film.
It holds up. It invokes a lot. It got us talking about Malcolm in a way, at least growing up for me, like Martin was always kind of glorified. Like, it almost depends like what tribe you grew up in black culture. Either your household might have been very pro Martin or pro Malcolm. It was like this weird, for some, it was like this weird thing, like you had to choose between the two because their approaches were different. To me, it was only through education, through us understanding the relationship that they actually had with each other, that helped us understand, like, no, they were fighting the same war,
they were fighting the same fight, and they understood that both their struggles were important. Both their approaches were important to the holistic liberation. Because
there was just a community that Martin's influence wasn't just going to tap into, that Malcolm's absolutely was tapping into, and vice versa.
Malcolm was concerned about protecting us and our black bodies, and Martin was focused on protecting our narrative, and that he challenged the white narrative of who black people were with the nonviolence movement.
Yeah, he went straight for the systemic.
You can't say this is about us. This is all you.
Right.
And I'm going to show you this is all you. Because we're going to stand out here, we're going to demonstrate, we're going to march, and we're not going to lift a finger. Yeah. You're never going to be able to say that this was our fault.
I would argue, first of all, yes, absolutely, because it wasn't our fault. And I would argue that since Malcolm X, we haven't had a film centered on a black civil rights leader since.
Yeah.
On that level. There has not been one.
Well, we haven't had the definitive Martin.
No, there's never been a Martin. There's never been a Mandela. I'm not saying there haven't been films. I felt like
there has been a Mandela movie.
Ooh, on that scale?
Not on
I know there's been a Mandela movie. I know
Not
there's
on
been
that.
Martin, but like on this, we're talking like Oscar winning. Like I feel like everybody was watching X. I just don't know of one on that same scale.
I'm not sure if that is still true, but
I know there has been a Mandela movie.
No. I know there has been Mandela movie, but I'm not sure if this is still true. But the reason why we haven't had like a definitive like Martin Luther King movie is because years ago, Steven Spielberg secured the rights to make the MLK film, and he also owns the copyright to a lot of King's speeches,
Oh God.
which he made available for the film Selma. But I think that we were in the years where Steven Spielberg was the go-to like premier director, and I think the King family thought it was a good choice to
At the
do
time,
that
yeah,
at the time.
probably based on because work on Color Purple.
But
I get
with
it.
all of these great black directors that are coming out and that are coming forward, I think Steven Spielberg is realizing that it might not be the good move for him to do. However,
agree.
if you don't believe that's a good move, then turn over these rights to these
You
speeches.
can just become an executive producer. Let somebody else direct that. Beyond.
or not make money off of black stories.
If you don't want to be, if you want to be totally moral,
If you want to do the right thing, turn over these assets.
no
Mr.
pun intended.
Spielberg.
But like you're right. But in case you want to be ratchet, you don't act
How about
like
that?
you don't have to have your ego. If you still want to make some money off of it, like fine, fucker, go ahead. But like let somebody direct it.
What's your next one?
My next one is okay. I don't know how you feel about this, but it's a Queen Latifah movie.
Ooh, what?
It's my favorite movie when I'm not feeling well, and I watch it all the time.
Okay, go ahead.
You remember Last Holiday?
Oh yeah,
When she was so like, y'all, this is
Okay.
like my favorite, like little.
This is absolutely freedom. This is all her getting her life back.
Yes, when she thinks she's dying,
Mm-hmm.
she leaves the South and she goes to Switzerland. She's up here skiing. She's up here up in the Alps, living her best life in like this ritzy ass resort and getting all these crazy kinds of massages and stuff. Just seeing a world where a black woman who thinks her life is ending just says, you know what, F it. I'm going to experience life the way I want on my terms. It was so freeing. And watching this entire cast and this just cater to this woman. And at the end, towards the end where, you know, she has the whole moment where she's beautiful, she's looking good, and she gets the man. Like LL Cool J was her man.
It was the only kiss I believed. Only the Queen Latifah film kiss I ever
Because that
believed.
other one with her in Common, that was some that ain't work. A lot of people like to quote that movie. I couldn't stand it.
I couldn't stand it because
And it wasn't
every
believable.
time they kissed, it made me. I was like, "Ooh, you look uncomfortable." I feel
Ass-
uncomfortable.
I know uncomfortable for you.
I'm like, I feel uncomfortable for you.
But LL was like, I feel like that was your girl.
Yeah, and like I felt like she was like, "Oh yes, let LL kiss me." It like that.
Okay.
I felt like you were into it.
I know. I just
that
love
made
this.
me-
It makes me
it was
smile so
believable.
much. So anyway, Last
that was
Holiday,
a beautiful one. So my next one is V for Vendetta.
No. See, that's why I know I love you.
That's a liberation movie.
Because I was about to say, that's liberation, period. The definition.
That is a liberation movie.
V for
period.
Vendetta. Woo! Oh my God, I love this comic. I love this narrative. I love this tale. Clearly it showed oppression
Mhm.
and it showed a push against the patriarchy. And it's like, V was like, it's not really a hero.
Mm-hmm.
It's just somebody who's pushing against it. Like you can literally land in any perspective. Some people are like, yeah, I'm about that. And some people are like, I would never make those kinds of choices. That was just like, that was a little too dark. That was a little too heavy. And I'm like, but those people are necessary. We always want to act like they're not. But ain't no liberation came from handing out cupcakes all the goddamn time.
Right.
I need to swing a hammer. I might need to, break your kneecaps.
Right.
I might need to like stab you a little bit because you're not paying attention.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yep. It's there. I love this
Oh, V is such a gangster movie.
movie. What you got?
Well, first, okay, before we go to that, you don't like gore. So how did you stomach V for Vendetta? Because there's a couple scenes in there, boo.
I covered my eyes real quick.
Oh my God, I can't with you. Okay, I can't with you. Okay. Number 7, because I really did put these in order. I'm going to flip the script here.
Uh-huh.
Beyonce's Homecoming.
Yeah.
Like, stop. You want to talk about freedom?
Yes.
Her
Okay. I'll
return,
take it.
her quote unquote return back to Coachella,
Okay.
taking the stage over, just black beauty,
I'll take
culture,
it.
music. It was a vibe.
I'll take it.
Come on now. I had to put it out there.
It's a musical movie.
It's a musical movie. I was like, I know he's going to let me let this one go.
Yeah, you could. I'll give you that.
You give me that
for it.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Yes.
All right. I don't know. Not a lot of people have seen this movie. I love this movie. I can't get my husband to watch it. I feel like he would love this movie. It's an animated movie.
Got me animated.
Don't let your kids watch it. It's not for them. It's definitely for adults.
What are you talking about?
Sausage Party.
Roger.
I love this movie. I
Roger.
love this movie.
Roger. How is this Roger?
Have you watched it? Have
Yes.
You loved this? I love this movie. Is a freedom themed movie. They looking for liberation. They trying to get them out of here.
This is true.
Because they found out what they've been singing about heaven is not what they think it is. Y'all about to get eaten.
The meat is trying to free itself.
And when they come back, and when that guy says, it was horrible out there.
I know exactly why your husband ain't gonna watch this damn movie because it's a mess.
Listen.
It was fun though.
Seth Rogen's a genius.
He kind of low key. Sorry. So I'm gonna go the whole opposite way.
Okay, what you got?
All right, where I'm at. Okay, number 6. The Woman King.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think it was time to revisit The Woman King. It is time to see what Viola Davis calls her magnum opus. Like, this is the peak for her, and she really is. She literally commands every scene. It is a beautifully told story. It is visceral. It is strong. It is strength. It is liberation. It's just black goodness, baby. It's just black girl goodness. I just love it. So yes, I think y'all need to go revisit The Woman King.
Okay.
Who you got?
That sounds amazing. No, it is. I love that movie. I gotta make sure I'm talking to the mic. I do love that movie. I think Woman King is amazing. My next pick, a little bit of a downer. It's a rough movie to watch.
It's all right if a rough movie made the list.
But it's a good film. And it's definitely liberation themed.
What you got?
Shawshank Redemption.
You know, you can't go wrong. Like, it's yes.
Yeah. Shawshank is literally about getting free.
And no, but I love the ending.
Oh, listen.
It's glorious.
This movie
is heavy.
It's a great
lot.
movie. It's heavy. It's a lot.
But I love it. I love the acting. Who is that? That was Tim Robbins. That's the white boy.
Tim Robbins.
And Uncle.
Come on, voice of God.
And oh my God, not Mario Van Peebles. Why did he jump into my head?
What?
No, Morgan Freeman. There we are.
Freeman.
Lord, I was like, why did Mario jump into my brain? Lord Jesus.
No, not him.
No. But I love Shawshank. That's such a good one, Roger.
Yeah,
okay,
Shawshank.
You know what? It made your list of. That's a good freedom pick.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one's kind of rough too.
Go ahead. What you got?
I want to talk about Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark. Child, lean on me.
Lean on me. Fair East Side. By the sun.
So listen, you know I went to school in New Jersey, right?
Uh-huh.
I have so many close relationships to East Side High School.
No.
In East Orange.
No, you do?
East Orange, New Jersey. Yeah. So I had a play aunt. We all have a play aunt or whatever.
Of course.
I have a play aunt that taught at East Orange.
What?
One of my good friends, when she grew up across the street from me, she was going to high school with us, but then she transferred and went to she was going to East Orange High School. So she was going to East Side High School. And literally just about everybody I went to college with went to East Side High School.
Damn, are you serious?
And a good friend of mine, used to date Joe Clark's daughter.
Whoa.
They ran track together. One of my fraternity brothers, actually, that I went to school with.
I had no idea. Y'all, I promise you, I had no idea that you had this connection to East Side High.
Yeah.
And like, this movie, probably one of the first movies I went to a movie theater to see, because at the time, I wasn't allowed to go to the movie theater to watch The Color Purple. I was too young. There were some scenes my mom didn't want me to see. But I remember going to the movie theater to see this black movie and about education, about this really polarizing figure. And I'm an educator now, and it's like I think that kind of like lays some groundwork. I love this film.
Yeah, because Joe Clark did some wild stuff. Like,
Yeah,
he locked them kids up.
he had to.
in that high school.
He became
and
what they
like,
needed.
That's a fire hazard.
He's like, yeah, I know.
Putting chains on the door, that's a fire hazard.
You ain't gonna help me keep these drug dealers out.
I'm gonna keep them in. I'm gonna lock these doors. So yeah, I get it. And he did what he felt he needed to do in order to protect these kids and make sure these kids finished school and had a safe school environment.
Yeah. It was great. So Lean on Me is definitely up there. It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
Number 5 for me.
I got it.
Thank you. Yay.
Yeah, because that's
Plus,
also...
I didn't even know your connection. That's insane, Roger.
Oh, yeah. And also growing up in New Jersey and going to high school in New Jersey, Did
you know at the time when the movie came out that it was based on?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, everybody must have known.
When that movie came out, was I in high school when that movie came out? Because I feel like I was.
No.
Hold on. I think I was.
Maybe you might have just started.
On
90?
Yeah. I was just getting in high school. It came out in 1989.
89.
Yeah. I was definitely in high school.
I was just getting ready to.
Definitely in high school. And I remember because they had blackened up their high school alma mater. And like every New Jersey high school, all the black kids wanted to black up there.
We all did.
But I remember everybody wanted to blacken up the school alma mater. And I was like, ours is too upbeat. It don't work, y'all. We gonna sound like a barbershop.
I remember there was a couple writing contests in school. That's awesome. All right. What you got?
So my next one is Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, yes, Liv. That's such a good film.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna get his name wrong. He wasn't in Get Out, or he might have been in Get Out. Is that Lakeith? No, what is the?
Yeah, Lakeith Stansfield was in
Stansfield.
Yeah.
That was yes. Great film.
Yeah, it's a great film. There was a lot of great stars in this film,
and that's relatively young, right? I want to feel like post 2015.
It's 2021.
Yeah. It's not that old.
2021. Yeah, you got Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
Lakeith Stansfield was also in Get Out, actually.
I thought yes for a bit. Yes.
Yeah, he was in the opening scene. And of course the incomparable Dominique Fishback.
Stop.
Dominique Fishback was everything in this movie. First of all, she's a brilliant actress, and she needs to be in more things.
That's what I'm about to say. Where is she? We need more of her. Make sure she's in Black Panther 3. Thank you.
We have Ashton Saunders from Moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's in this film.
It's a dope show. It's a dope film.
All right, what you got?
I'm gonna give you a throwback.
What you got?
Hail, Holy Queen, and proud above. Oh, Maria. Hail. Y'all, I had to go back and give me some sister act in here.
Okay.
Like it's
okay.
Again, like more so like if one was more like the escape and the hiding, and 2 was definitely more, I guess we talked about this already, like helping children, freeing them up so they can see themselves as they want to see themselves in the world. I love Whoopi Goldberg and as his character. I love the whole plot.
Sister Act 1 or Sister Act
1
2?
and 2, because I watch them both.
We'll bring them together.
I like them both because it's a series at this point. I love both of them. I like it's a vibe. I love Sister Act. Like, let's go back.
Okay, so this is not just a movie; it's a series of movies. It's a genre.
Come on, genre.
There's television films. It's a whole universe, and it literally is about freedom. The entire thing. So we just went through this with my husband because my husband, we started with a backstory series, started watching movies, and he was like, "Oh, now I get it. Now these movies makes more sense." Star Wars.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say the whole Star Wars canon is about freedom.
Oh my God. I love you.
It is.
Like my sci-fi heart just jumped.
Star Wars movies.
Yes. That's exactly what it's about.
And I made, so my husband we had started watching Andor. We just watched all 3. And then I said, okay, now we're gonna watch Rogue One, and we went right from
Ooh,
Andor.
come on,
to
Rogue One. That's one of
One,
my favorites.
and then straight from Andor to Rogue One to the first Star Wars movie. And once he watched the first Star Wars movie, he was like, "Oh my God." He was like, "This movie makes so much more sense to me now."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Let's watch them all." So now he's like really into, like, he gets the whole Star Wars canon.
It is the struggle for freedom, the entire series. Mm-hmm. Kudos to you, boy. You better come on.
Yeah, I got it.
That was cute. I like that.
That was it.
All right, so I'm in my top 3 right now.
Okay.
So remember when I said earlier, like, freedom is also joy?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to bring in an old favorite. I think it came out in 1990.
1990.
My last throwback.
Come on, girl.
And it's just, to me, it's Black teenage joy in its best form that I can think of. And that is a little movie by the name of House Party.
House Party? Like the original?
The OG original.
The 1990 movie.
And I say this because I'm a preteen at this moment, and it's got some stuff in there, but really it's got some male misogyny, like, oh, I got all these girls, but the girls were never, the women characters were still allowed to be like push back against that, right? They was like, they didn't just fall for the okie doke that these boys was putting out. And actually they ended up looking stupid and playing on themselves. It allowed Black boys to, so you had one, like, that was Kid's character. You allowed him to be innocent. I really like this girl. I don't want to do wrong by her. I want to respect her. It allowed them to see a different narrative, because we're getting ready to hit Juice is coming, Boys in the Hood is coming, like these movies, and those are big movies, and I love those movies.
You got it, like the cast is stacked. Like you got
stacked.
You got Tisha Campbell, AJ Johnson.
Mm-hmm. You got Robin Harris, God rest his soul, who played Dad.
Robin Harris.
Full Force was in here.
Yes.
Martin Lawrence, hello.
Yeah, you had Reginald Hudlin. Everybody was in this movie. Yeah.
And it was all about just having a good time. It's no different than we watch some of these 10 Things I Hate About You movies where they have the teenagers at the preppy high school, they have a house party, they have underage drinking and they're dancing. Like, this was for us. It was our music.
We talk about the original house party, not that remake.
No. The soundtrack was made from scratch. So you have Kumo D. What? You have Kumo D. You have Public Enemy in here. You have today. You have some of the best producers and writers who wrote for people like Mary J. Blige and Toni Braxton doing this soundtrack. And it was still about fighting the power, fighting against what you thought Black teenage joy could be. And it really was just all about throwing a party.
Yeah, and there was like that whole conversation about weaponizing the police around Black people and how, the Black neighbors didn't want to call the police on these kids, and like they just having a good time. And like, oh, it's such a good... Yeah, like Lisa and Cole Jam is on this.
Yes,
LL
like it's
Cool
insane.
J is on this. Of course, Kid and Play are in here. Force MDs. You remember Force MDs?
Thank you. I said Full Force. I meant Force MDs. Thank you.
Force MDs, but Full Force, the group is in this as well.
Oh, Force MDs is on the track, on the soundtrack.
On the soundtrack.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah. So House Party is one of my favorite. Just joy. I get so much joy from that. The dancing, come on, the fashion.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go.
I love this. I love this pick.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Wall-E.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
This is a great movie.
It was such a sleeper hit for me. I didn't know it was going to be that heartwarming. Like, it brings me to tears. Because it's a little bit of I just get sentimental. I love Wall-E. Oh, my God. You are in your animated bag today.
Yeah, I've been trying to stay on my animated stuff.
It gives me that sense of like, not alien, but like just someone who is different, trying to fight like, I guess the earth, like when they don't want you, or they want to do something to you, they want to put you in a box, they want to confine you to be what they want you to be. And here's this entity. What do you call Wall-E? Like this beautiful.
Was he?
He's not a person, but
android,
beautiful being.
AI,
that just understood life, love, and happiness in ways that humans still had a hard time grasping. I love it.
All right.
Okay, last two.
Last two.
All right, so this one, the Spider-Man animated movies, Enter the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
I'm pulling these up because again, thinking about freedom, thinking about resistance, and I always look to my superheroes for like inspiration. What I will pull out of this is that this was the first time that Peter Parker is not centered as the Spider-Man Miles Morales. And I'm literally listening to generation of people, when they think Spider-Man, they think Miles Morales. I
get it.
They think there's black and Puerto. So now, since the animated has done so well, I think now we're like in a checkmate move. You have no choice. You gotta bring this full live action. People want their Miles Morales.
I don't want Sony to do it alone now. Please.
Well, first of all, they can't.
Please go.
Because nobody's gonna watch that. We're not gonna watch that.
Y'all don't have the range.
Y'all don't.
Y'all don't have the range, honey.
Y'all don't got the proper seasoning.
Sony, y'all don't have the range for a superhero movie. Stop trying to do these by yourself.
But your animated studio, because that's what I don't want you to do. I need you to do this with the Disney money, because you're not going to give me a 2B version of Spider-Man. We can see the strings.
I don't want
him
it.
floating through.
No, thank you. I don't want it.
They're going to get Brooklyn wrong. They're going to get his whole Puerto Rican side. They're going to get it wrong.
I don't want a Craven version of Miles Morales. No, thank you.
We will burn the studio down. Stop. Okay, so
right.
yes.
So we're at number 2, top 2, right?
Yeah. What's your top?
So my number 2 is an old throwback. Ain't a lot of us in it, but this is a liberation movie.
You done got me with a couple picks, so you got me with the Wally and the V for Vendetta so far.
Ending. It is an old school classic.
Old school classic.
Thelma and Louise.
Almost made my list. Almost. Yes.
Thelma and Louise.
Them two. You want to talk about? Okay, this 2 white women discovering how to live their best life.
Okay.
And I feel like, especially around that time, Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon, they had cookout invitations, I think, during that time.
When did they lose them?
No. I think they did, which is why I think us black people, we was like, oh, hell yeah, we down for Thelma and Louise. Because everybody didn't get that pass.
I love me some Gina Davis.
Everybody didn't get...
I love me some Gina Davis.
Ever since Long Kiss Goodnight.
Okay.
Don't play with me. Hell yeah, her and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, listen, I love Gina Davis since The Fly.
Bet. There you go. Yeah. We love Gina Davis since then. She loved that ugly
Gina
ass
Davis.
bug.
I've been love Gina Davis.
That's so true.
What's your number 1?
Oh, okay. Number 1, freedom, liberation.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently rated the number 2 best MCU movie of all time.
Okay.
Number 2. Good. Black Panther.
Okay, good. I'm glad you brought this in. Because I now have to put it in there.
What? It don't get no more freeing than never have been oppressed. Oh my God.
There are a lot of.
I just said something right there.
There's all our branches is like, we waiting for we know Alexis is gonna bring in this
coming with Black Panther. God, baby.
We wasn't gonna do this list without Black Panther. I knew he was gonna put Black Panther on this list.
You want to talk about freedom? You bring me a whole nation that ain't never been touched by colonization. You want to talk about liberation? I ain't got to talk about liberation because I'm already free.
Hello.
And if you try me, these hands.
There's a whole genre of like fiction and movies and things that are now that has been, but it has expanded and brought that. This movie has brought the whole genre of Afrofuturism to the forefront.
And made it and said this can be absolutely profitable. So there's tons of independent comics, writers
that had been doing Afrofuturism for the longest time, but could not get any recognition, any money, any production until Black Panther was like, this is a thing, we can do this.
And they did it. So that's my number one pick.
Okay, well, I'm not going to hold you. Your number one pick is my number two favorite Ryan Coogler movie, and my number one Ryan Coogler movie is my number one on this Freedom list, which is Sinners.
I knew it.
I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to waste your time.
Ryan topped our list.
If you don't know, this is a Freedom movie. This is a Freedom themed movie. Then you need to go back and listen to
it. It is the Freedom themed movie.
And you need to go back and listen to our episode on Sinners.
Yes, you do.
And go back and listen to that. But yeah, this is
amazing.
Listen, and in fact, this weekend, I believe it's now on Max. It's now available for free on Max.
Child, we got to hurry up and go now. I got to go get my popcorn. I got to go watch my film. It's back on Max. Don't you play with me.
Yep, July 4th.
Oh.
July 4th.
Happy Independence Day. Go watch Sinners.
Sinners will be available on Max. HBO Max. Yes.
Happy Independence Day. Go watch Sinners. And then go watch Black Panther. There you go. Right? We've given you inspiration for all types of liberation, freedom, joy, rest, all of the above.
Y'all enjoy this holiday. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to wish you happy Independence Day because America got some work to do.
No, yep. And we in here too. So keep fighting, y'all. Seriously. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep finding places for joy and keep watching. I think we watch these films to remind ourselves of the freedoms we have and the freedoms we have to fight for.
Okay. What do you want to tell the people?
I want to tell the people, while you out in the world, y'all, go be good or be good at it.
And I want you to know that you are enough just as you are. Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.